Okay, sorry about that. I am going to restart this. Okay, and welcome back to Vintage Troy. We're going to be doing another live stream today. And, oh shit, hold on. Basically, we're going to be resuming our multiplayer stream. And, sorry, I have my fucking phone in the background. Monitors. Okay, so, yes, we're getting desktop audio. Very good. Okay, so what we're, oops, that's not what I meant to do. Okay. So we're going to pop back into the Rogue House server real quick and get back into this. This was where we left off. Well, not where we left off last time. I've been looking for iron, still looking for iron, but I think I'm very close to finding it. I think that this will be a good episode for maybe if somebody's like struggling in their game of how to find iron. Um, okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to head home. It's night. It's 1:04. What we're going to do is basically prepare for a big iron expedition day tomorrow. And so it's obviously very dangerous in this game to travel at night, but it is something you can do. Okay, and I think I did turn the music back up, yeah. I still don't know why that doesn't change in real time. It's fine. I mean, I'm sure it's fine, right? I mean, it's pretty loud on my monitor. Let me just... I'm not really sure why when I change the sound settings, it takes a second for it to like kick in, and I'm not really sure why that is. And then you get that cutoff sound effect, and that pisses me off. I don't know what the deal is with that, but this is a new cave that I haven't looked in before. Let me just see if there's any obvious ores from the surface here. I'm not sure if they have, I doubt it, if they've modified ore generation or not, but to the extent that there are fewer ores, I think that's just me being unlucky, not an actual lack of ore. Especially iron. Iron is kind of hard to find in this game. You know, unlike Terra Firma Craft, which I love, and we might play at some point, but in that game, of course, the iron is all over the place, and you can see it by having nuggets appear at the surface. God, the sound thing is pissing me off. Let me just try... I'll tell you what. I'm going to quit the game and reload it and see if that fixes the sound issue. It seemed to be going better right at first. Actually, yeah. It's at the appropriate level. And that's responsive. Okay, very good. Okay, so I think we're in better shape. So I'm just going to, now that that's set, let's just go ahead and pop in. People are going to be like, why is this guy logging on and off all the time? If I were a good streamer, I would be doing this all beforehand, so it wasn't a big deal during. Alright. So back where we were, heading home. Very exciting stuff, by the way. Oh, look at this. That's convenient, kind of, sort of, minimally. Oh, shoot, I don't have any room. Can I get rid of the shovel? Yeah, it's always good to have some free cattails, and I do like to mark these ruins, even though they're probably something I won't spend a lot of time cannibalizing. Okay, and now I'm getting, like, too much sound. But I'm not going to adjust it on Vintage Destroy, because I think the more I fiddle with it on Vintage Destroy, the more likely I am to get the clipping sound. Ooh, that's trout. Ooh, interesting. So I think what I'll do is I'll just turn it down slightly on my OBS intake, and that should balance pretty well, I think, based on the visual feedback. Now let me make sure of that by getting a AirPod that I don't have. Where did I... God bless it. Oh, there it is. Okay. I have 2 AirPod cases and only 1 set of AirPods. Okay, so let's see if that works. That gives me a monitor on my YouTube. Hello? Is this playing? Oh. Not sure why that stopped playing. Did I stop going live? That'd be weird if that was a stoppage. It might have been. Actually, no, it goes back 6 minutes. But the screen has been the same the whole time. That is troubling. Okay, so let me get the screen caught up. Why is the screen on the loading screen? That is very weird. Ugh. OBS is so buggy. It is crazy. Okay, there we go. And now it's black. And now we've got live video. Yay, okay, finally. Okay, so I can confirm several things. First of all, I can confirm that we have live video. Secondly, I can confirm using my monitor, which is basically an AirPod connected to my live YouTube account, that the volume is pretty good. Let me just... Yeah, for sure I can hear myself just fine. In fact, hold on. I don't even hear the music at all. Is it coming through now? A little bit. Pretty weak. I guess that'll be fine. Okay, so note to self that the music coming through my speakers is way louder than the music, that is to say my headphone speakers, way louder than the music coming into the YouTube. And of course the video has apparently frozen once again. OBS. Oh, there we go. Well, I think I might have just paused my movement. Yeah, the video hadn't frozen, it was me pausing my movement. Okay. Okay, so at the very least, we are getting back to the home island now. Here's the sheep's head. Excellent. Okay. So, first things first, I'm going to put some stuff away. We're going to attend to a little bit of food stuff today as well. So, today's episode is going to be about food, and it's going to be about, what else are we doing? We're, iron. But I got these pear trees. So, I thought I had pear, but it turns out I didn't. I had peach. And so, we're going to put pear down today. And we're just going to use the same exact pattern. We've got a 4x4 grid, or, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is where this one goes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. And then one more. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. Now, obviously, we want to get these in the ground before it gets too late in the season, so they can produce for us, or you know, get acclimatized, whatever the phrase is. Okay, so oh shoot. Okay, let's take these out, and we're out of food. Okay, that's fine. Do I have a plant? Yeah, here we go. So hang on 1 second here. Okay. Plenty of cattails now, and a good amount of horsetail. Let's go ahead and stop dying. That'd be good. Go ahead and use these berries. We'll just eat them raw. During spring, summer, and fall, you can basically live on berries. It may not be perfect. It's a very inefficient food type. But I have got to figure out how to do the other types of food preservation. So there's this expanded foods mod. And, oh shoot, I meant to keep 32. Yeah, that's alright. I can easily get another bunch of those. Well, I guess I can't. I guess we'll be eating the black currants and not juicing them. What you can do, though, of course, everybody knows this, you can go over to your fruit press and put 32 in at a time. Okay, not sure what that was about. I think I threw them accidentally. Yeah, okay, so we'll go ahead and squeeze this one down. We've got a bucket underneath. And instantly, when these go rotten, they turn into vinegar now, which is great because vinegar can be used to preserve things. Except, I think you can also turn it into alcohol. But I can't preserve any of this stuff. I can preserve veggies and stuff, but let me grab, I'm gonna make a couple more barrels while I'm waiting. Okay, barrels are just this recipe here. Very similar to Terraformer. I don't recall the TFC. It might be just a plank circle, but you know, it's a similar concept. The saw unlocks the barrel. Use it for liquid work. Okay, so we've got 10 liters of red currant, which is this one here. 40, and we're gonna have 50 in just a minute. I accidentally put this all the way down. Okay, so we'll put this in here. And we'll squeeze those down as well. This preserves your berries for quite a bit longer than not doing anything with them. In the meantime, let me go over here and see if there's any harvestables ready. We should have some flax coming in. We definitely have some spelt. I'm probably going to need to, yeah, do some inventory management. So for now, I'm just going to put the seeds up here in this thing. Okay. I saw some turnips. I love this farm so much. Oh, we're gonna have tons of flax. It's about ready here. I will replant all of this possibly yet today in game, but for now I'm just getting some of it so I can try pickling. I'm not sure what the pickling ratios are. I've got 50. Let me see if I can get a full stack of turnips. Look at all that flax. That's great. Parsnips are coming in. We don't have that many parsnip seeds. Okay, I think that's all of the turnips that I can get. So let me actually go over and grab some supplementary turnips. So I want to see what the ratios are, basically. I've got 50 liters of vinegar, and I just don't know what the ratio is to pickle it. So we can just grab these and fill that out to 64. Okay. Oops. Okay. Now, if I put a whole stack, will that pickle? Yes, it will. It will be pickled turnips after 14 days. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And this is ready as well. And this should, I don't know why those don't merge, if it's something about the time to rot or whatever. Okay, let's try that. Okay, with that down, let me go put the white, so I got a couple more bushes here. White currant, which we could use a couple more. Okay. So this is all white currant. Very good batch of white currants. I've got red and black as well. I need more blueberries is what I really need. But while I'm here, let me just... This is red. So we'll go ahead and put some reds down. And we'll just keep this line between the cranberries pretty strict there. Okay. And I'll put this back in. And then these are blacks. And so... use a couple of these. Okay, so that's filling out our black currants. Okay, very good. So I think our red and blacks are good. In fact, I'd say the blacks are really good. The reds are really good. Cranberry's looking really good. White is looking pretty good. I'm going to say that looks good too. And then our blueberries are the only one we need. So from now on, if I see berries in the wilderness, I mean, I might harvest the berries, but I won't harvest the bushes because I've got enough of each bush. In fact, I might, when I design my base up a little bit later, we might trim those numbers down a bit because it might make sense, for example, to have the exact number you need to get 64 of any particular berry or something like that so that there's a system. These white currants are so hard to tell if they're ripe or if it's just flowers. Oh, here we go. See? Okay, so white currant, we've got 52. And I'm not even sure I have a batch of white currant going yet. We certainly don't have blueberry going. Yeah, that one's empty. Yeah, we don't even have one yet. Oh, and shoot, I forgot to put this in there. That's fine. Incidentally, my leather's coming along nicely. We can go ahead and move this along. This will become leather. So we're going to have 36 medium height. It will become 24. So it's just double. So 72 leather I will have in a few days. And we can start the process over again now if we want. I won't do that on this episode, but I will start another batch. At least when I have enough leather to make a full deal of it. These are the ones I need to scrape, aren't they? I always forget this. And this one as well. Okay, those are good to go. And this, unfortunately, is a partial. I did lose some that time. I've only got 9.47 instead of the 10 liters that I would typically get, but that's because I didn't have the bucket under there ready to catch it right at first. Okay, there we go. And so we did get 20 on that one. Now, there's a couple things you can do with this mash. First of all, you can give it to your animals, which we'll do with this 20. Oh, we got some piglets. That means I can start culling some of the other pigs. The sheep have already had one baby, I think. Or no, you just grew up, sorry. No, you're Gen 1, okay. And you are ready to mate. Okay, very good. So what we really want is Gen 1 to mate to make Gen 2. But I have too few to not... Oh, why are you up here? Okay, I'm not sure why the sow was up here. It's not a domesticated sow, and so I went ahead and killed it for the meat and fat. Go ahead and combine those meats up. Now, one thing I'd like to do is feed my cats today, so let's do that. Get their obedience back. I mean, their obedience is fine, but I just like to feed them. So they're each now fed. I can make a nice little stew of this if I want. Actually, we could make something complex. We're finally in a position where we can make, like, complex things. I think I can just do something like this, yeah? No. I can only do one berry. And can I put this? No. But I could do porridge. Yeah, there you go. I could do blackcurrant porridge. Let's just do that. And then I'll do a meat stew. I did get this torch holder from a ruin, so I will put this... I always like to have a torch on the ready next to my fires. Okay, and let's do the white currant juice over here. The other thing you can do with these mashes, I'll show you that in just a moment. There we go. White currant is juicing now. And let's continue our inventory management. I should have a resin somewhere. There we go. Okay, and leather, or hides. And then our fat goes in here. Our linen goes in here as well. By the way, we finally had enough to make a gambeson armor, so I did. And the next thing we gotta think about is pants or helmet. So we need 5 for the pants. We've got 2. But I'm going to harvest a bunch of flax in just a minute, so I think we'll have enough to make that. Then we'll start thinking about a windmill at some point. Alright, 10 white currant juice. And I guess the last one we can squeeze is the cranberry, so we'll do that. Now, part of what I'm doing here is straight up vinegar production for pickling, because pickled things last forever in storage, and that's kind of the name of the game on a multiplayer server, is how long can you store your stuff. Before I do the farming, though, let me see if I found... where would I put this? Oh, here we go. Okay, these perish in a few hours. I was kind of hoping they'd dry. me just put them in my inventory, see if they dry. Actually, I'll do one in my inventory, one in the chest, maybe one in a vessel. Just to kind of experiment with how different containers... Actually, there's something called dry storage. Let me... Well... Okay, so like, for example, the raw longbow needs of open storage, dries into. Is there a... I'm curious what the concept of open storage is. Okay, ground storage. Okay, can I store something on the ground? Can I just like shift right click this onto the ground? Doesn't appear so. Okay, well, I guess we'll figure it out. Yeah, because this one is gonna turn in 4 hours. So if it turns into rot, that's not what I want. What I want is I want it to turn, as you can see here, into dehydrated. After 36 hours of open storage, dries into. So what is open storage? It might be the storage vessel. Let me see what the wiki says. Nothing there. Okay, so there's... Okay, I have an idea. Okay, so I think I'm reading on this online. And... Sorry. Basically, one idea is to create a bag and put it in the bag and set the bag on the ground. So that is a good idea. That is a great idea. So basically... Oh, how do you do this? These. Okay, so I'm going to make like 2 of these. Okay. Hi, kitty. Okay, so for some reason Siri thought I was talking to her. Okay, so back to what I was doing. So if I put this... Oh, this is so painful. I gotta put these spears down. I never use them. But anyway, let me just take that backpack, put this here instead, and then what I would do is I would simply put these in my last 3 inventory slots, and then I would go over here with this thing and place this on the ground with those 3 things in it, and let's see how that goes. Okay, same with this one now. I wish the game guide was a little bit clearer about this. I'm gonna keep that in there just to see if it turns correctly, and I guess I'll keep one in my inventory as well. So this will just be an empty basket. This is just an experiment. One thing I'm not experimenting with is a storage vessel. So I guess maybe on this one I will do a storage vessel. So put this down here. So basically I'm putting these things in every single possible type of storage unit. And I guess I might as well put my backpack back on. But let's just put this in here and see how it goes. And in the meantime... Yeah, these are all looking pretty good. I could pickle them. And then this grain bin is looking good too. I'll put these in here. The cranberry I will store. Everything else spoils too quickly to make it worth storing, so I'll just eat them. Except for this red meat. I will store the red meat. No, that I'm gonna have to cook that. Oh, let me grab that. I was gonna make a porridge. Okay. Or no, I already did make the porridge. Ugh, getting confused. Okay. Oh, shit. Game. There we go. Not sure why it wouldn't let me place that, but there we go. Okay, so, let's check on the porridge. Should be good, yes. Okay, so we're gonna put this in here now, and then we'll do a, come on game. I'm gonna do half meat, half currant. Oh, I guess I have to do 3 meat. That's fine. That'll be fine. Okay, and then the rest I can make into a porridge of some sort. So we'll do another porridge after that. So this porridge is 6 servings of mashed black currant. And we are going to crock that and seal the crock. It is good to have meals prepared, so anytime you make a crock of something, you can seal it as quickly as possible and get it to your basement, to your cellar, I mean. And that goes on the shelf, and it is going to be good for a period of time that should be calculated soon. Alright. And let's have a bite of this, sample it. Looks delicious, huh? Actually, it looks disgusting, but whatever. Okay. So the food is coming along. This is good for 2 hours. Keeping my eyes on that. Putting these away here. Grabbing my pro pick before I forget. I ran out of juice on my last one. Let's get rid of these spears. I keep these around just because you never know when you need a few spears on hand. So it will now be reduced to just 1 spear. Actually, there's probably storage for that too. Okay. And we've got cranberry juice. Okay. So, vinegar production on point. These are all good for 11 or 14 days, so they'll probably, maybe I'll eat them, but probably not. We'll see. Oh, and we need more fuel. Alright. So with that being said, let's go ahead and proceed to our farming. I do need a shovel. Problem with bronze shovels, it breaks so easily, and so it's just like, I don't think it's necessarily worth to make a metal shovel until you get to the Iron Age. Maybe like once here and there if you're doing a big project and you want to make a couple at a time or something, but in general, the bronze, I think this game weights bronze way too light. I think bronze should be much heavier in terms of durability and such. Okay, here's turnips. And we need it's an N crop, so we're looking for a soil that has good N nutrient. We're having trouble finding that soil. It's not like 40% is bad, but it's not ideal. There we go. The problem is this, all this felt is in as well. But I tell you what, this flax is K. So every time I harvest a flax, I can put a spelt or a turnip down. And then the flax, in turn, can be planted elsewhere. But yeah, this is a lot of flax. This is going to be a lot of fiber, which we need very desperately for armor right now, but also for a windmill at some point. And furniture, and just a lot of stuff. Yeah, we've got over 2 stacks now. Most important crop in the game. Okay, and parsnips are ready. They're pea crop. We love pea crops because they are less common than the other crops, at least in my game they are. So they're better for rotation purposes. Okay, that's... Oh, sunflowers are in too, huh? What are peanuts? Where are my peanuts? Here? They're a pea crop, okay. Yeah, they're gonna produce a smaller yield because it's cold here. So. Okay, so we've got a pretty good harvest of various things. Now let's see if we can find places for this flax. So flax is K, and this is where we're growing turnips, it looks like. So only the N nutrient is gone there. So we'll get those planted, and here as well. Oh shoot, that one. Not good. Yeah, I'm actually surprised at how many soil plots had K nutrient available. Okay, so that's a good replant of the flax. Let's get some turnips back in the ground and some carrots. Okay, so this is in crop, so we need in soil. So let me start with that. Mainly looking at these flax plots over here. Okay. Whatever, that's close enough. So that's quite a few turnip. Let me try to get some spelt in the ground. Where are my carrot seeds? I must have replanted all my carrots right away. Okay, so it'll be interesting when winter hits what my seed ratios are. Obviously, you know, one thing I'm prioritizing is things I have fewer of, like sunflowers, peanuts, lettuce, and parsnips. Okay, so the spelt is a in as well. So we can plant these anywhere we would have planted turnips, which unfortunately may not be that many. Here we go. I'm just gonna put those there anyway. Okay, rye is also in. Oh man, so much in. Carrots and flax are K. At some point, you just maybe have to stop caring that much about repeating in crops because we've just got too many of them. Alright. That should be fine. That is a good replant. We are pretty much 100% in the ground now. And mostly harvested. There might be a couple stragglers that I didn't harvest, so that's fine. Okay, so doing well on the farming. We have a very full Cascade farm. Let me go change out the food cooking here. Okay, let me just do... What should we cook? Did I use the meat? I must have. Okay, so we're gonna do flax porridge. That sounds yummy. With white currant. Flax porridge, white currant. Or should I mix it up? Yeah, let's mix it up. A little variety never hurt anybody. Oh. Flax spelt porridge with mashed white and black currant. That is what we call mixed up. Okay, so then we'll I'm gonna grab this one. Got 4 of those servings now in there. And get that on the shelf. That one now says it is fresh for 106 days. So we'll see about that as well. But that's on par with, you know, some of our main crops. We're obviously losing the day for iron. For iron excavation. The problem, of course, is that I get caught up with daily chores like farming stuff. And the problem there is that I have timed considerations to worry about. Let me just get our linen stuff taken care of now. So essentially I'm going to make almost all of this into linen cloth. Certainly not linen fiber. Okay, so this is what we've got from that. So that should be plenty to make canvas and pants. We need 5 and then 2. So we need this. Alright. And then the helmet is 3 and 2. Very good. So we've now got a full set of gambus and armor, and we will go ahead and place that on. This one is doing fine. We can repair Gambeson with probably these. No. This? Yeah. It says 885. I guess I can't go any further than that, but you can repair that pretty well. Okay. So now we've got these. Now these are also used to make sails for your windmill. And a sling, apparently. I don't need the bags because I've got better bags. But these take 4 each, so that'll create a set of 4. So you'll need a lot more than we have, but we're already on a good trajectory for that. These are used for more things, these string or twine. So it might be prudent not to just make everything into the fiber unless we need to. But we'll see about that. Okay. Yeah, that's starting to spoil there. Let me check this. Can I pick that up? Not quite yet. This game has a funky system for picking up and placing down bags, specifically. But let me just check that. So these are still drying. Okay, so I'm just going to let that happen. In the meantime, this one is also starting to spoil, allegedly. So we'll see what happens with that. That's ready. Okay, and then we can at least do one more. Oh shit, hold on. This one I don't care that much about. I guess we'll continue our diversification trend. Okay, and then we'll crock that. So I need to crock one more, just to use up all my crocks. But man, I'm gonna be pretty well set for food. Actually, let me go ahead and just... Okay, so what I'm going to do is... Okay, I guess we'll leave all those in there for now. That can go on that stack, but for grain, I'm going to put at least all this flax in here. That's fine. Okay. And that grain will store for quite a while. So during winter, you know, I can make porridges and things. Alright, let's check on this. Maybe just a couple more to get the job done. Oh, shit, I have a whole nother group of that. Okay, let's put this in here. Okay. That's all fine. That's fine, okay. 1 times 2, 1 times 2, 1 times 1. So, for adventure purposes, I'm gonna just grab up a few of these. Let's grab 4. And that'll be our food for the entire adventure. So all this stuff I'm gonna use up or cook into something. So let's use this up real quick. Continue our systemization. I need to make a new set of crocs, don't I? Crocs. Crocs are a weird clay recipe. I don't like them because they have this weird starting point. But I'm getting drifter sounds from below. Probably need to like search out the caverns below or something. I hate any recipe that makes you do one by one voxel work like this. Okay, and then we'll repeat. And then I think, yes. And then we got it to get the little handles. And there we go. Probably won't fire this necessarily right this minute. Probably do another batch of fire clay bricks at some point. But I like to start the process just so I know what I need to do. What is that? That is an open clay vessel. Clay vessel lid. I don't even know what half of these things are. That theoretically goes on top of that, but I don't even know how that works. Okay, so let me just grab this. And that is it for cooking, I think. I guess we could do more with that, but it's fine. Okay, so let me just crock that. And then we'll go store this and the rest of that grain. Then we will proceed to the iron. Yeah, those have various spoilage points. By the way, 104 days, once I seal that in, I'm sure that goes up to like 150 days, so probably the better part of a vintage store a year, basically. Okay, so now, oh, I forgot this, that's fine. I'll just take it with, and if I use it up, I use it up. If I don't, I don't. Okay, so that's spoiling. I guess I have to keep it in my inventory, but whatever. Okay, so we're making prep to go on our expedition to the mine, to the iron mine. How long is that good for? I don't even know. It doesn't even say. These are good for like 5-7 days, so hopefully when I get back those will still be good. You know, I'll just munch on these kind of things. Okay, I think we're good to go. So we've got an entire bronze pickaxe, basically. So let's go ahead and just go. So the way to get over to my potential iron mine area is this way. I guess we'll take the long route here. But essentially what we're doing is we're going to go up to here. So we're basically right in the direction we're facing until we get there. And I'm just going to go ahead and swim it. Again, I know there's a rowboat, but it's kind of a pain in the ass because you have to be holding the oars in the offhand, and I am almost always holding my lantern in the offhand, and so I just hate the switcheroo. It's like a little bit faster just to... I mean, it's probably technically faster to use the rowboat. I'm sure it would save me 8 seconds or whatever, but it's a little clunky. I hate holding the oars, and I'm okay with losing 8 seconds. It's a little easier to do this. Every time, you know, I make this journey, I made this journey like, I don't know, 5 times now, searching for iron. Each time I make the journey, it's a little bit, you find some things that you didn't find the last time. You know, it's one of those kind of things in the game. And, you know, like this. Well, I found that for a prior time, but that's the type of thing that you would find for the first time potentially if you were going slightly different trajectory than before. So it is kind of nice. You do get a really good lay of the land doing it this way. God knows if there were something like bees or whatever, you'd find them. I am hearing a weird background sound. Oops, shit, hold on. That's just the wind, I think. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, I'm not even hearing that at all on OBS. Now I'm hearing it. Okay. That helped a lot. Oh, I violated my pledge to not change the in-game sound too much, though. Okay, well, I think we've got a pretty good sound level now. It is always a challenge in these things to get the right sound level. But we're getting very close to the mine. So once we get over here, we simply will just probably take a right, or no, we just go across one more. There's one more channel we have to go across. And this is where the rowboat would get really cumbersome because you'd have to get out of it, put it back in, change what you're holding in your hands, get the right alignment, and push the right buttons. And by the time you do all that, I guarantee you, especially on these little ones, it would actually cost you time. Okay, I have not found this. Okay, this is new copper. There's a lot of little copper sources over here, and I have mined quite a bit of it underground as well. over here? Oh, here's Pete. Okay, so I'm gonna go to this one. Now, the thing is, last time I was over here, I ran out of durability on my Pro Pick. And so what I want to do is get some more readings to triangulate the best concentration of this iron deposit that I've been tracking. So I'm going to do one here. Okay, and that gives me, okay, so let me show you what I've, so the hematite here is 3.1, it's also 3.1 here. Here it's 2.9, 2.7, 2.5, so it's like getting better this way generally, but it's really hard to know what angle that's going to continue on, so let me try here. I've decided the less environmentally destructive way to do this is to do it one hole at a time. It's slightly less efficient with time, but it will allow the landscape to be preserved better. Not that I care that much about that, but it is a slight concern. Okay, so that is 2, and so you'd end up getting as a little 1 by 1 by 1 hole rather than a 3 by 1 by 1 hole. Okay, 3.2 on that one. And let me just check. So yeah, that's 3.1, 3.2 here, so it's even stronger here. So this mine, which by the way has copper, sphalerite, bismuth, and this one had copper and bismuth, I think. I don't know, they're both kind of the same. This one had like rich copper. No, this one I don't think I've explored thoroughly enough to know that for sure. But let me just go over one more and see what this area says. See, what I'm really looking for is the time when it turns back and starts decreasing in intensity. And we're not there yet. Okay, here we go. Okay, and this has 3.1, so we are turning back. So now we've got it, basically, I mean, this is not an exact sign. You can go over one more just to double check. This should go down again. I mean, it's not the end of the world to do that. It's probably better to do it now, up here, than wait until you get down below and start looking everywhere. This is just a technique in the game. Every game has their techniques of finding valuables. This is the technique in Vintage Story. I think, by the way, in some ways, the Terra Firma Craft system I like a little bit better. But I think somebody could come up with a better system than both TFC and Vintage Story that is like based on mineral tracing from panning or something. I don't know, it's hard to say, but yeah, there's definitely a major drop off in the hematite there. Okay, so if I go here, 3.2 was our max, 3.1, 3.1, and this goes down to 2.5, and this goes down to, that's 3.1 as well. So, I mean, this is kind of the area so far. I guess what I want to do is check this one out now. So let's go and check down south. We're getting a good directional center. And we do have 2 caves here, actually. Can I just pop in? This looks remarkably like the other cave that I took a reading in. I don't know which chunk this is going to turn out to be, but we'll just do one at a time. Okay, so that's the good one, and that's 3 even. And we'll do this one. And that is 2.8. So far, this is the winner. And the only question I have is, what about this one? So let's try that. By the way, these caves, do they go down? That one does not go down. Does this one go down? This one does go down. So, have I been? Yeah, actually, I took a peek down here previously. Let me just mark that so I have it. But, I think it went down to one of these things. Okay, we've got our friend, Mr. Drifter. Oh, shoot. Did I put my... Yeah, I did. So I've got my costume on. My armor. So as you can see, he's barely harming me now, which is great. Gambus and armor is extremely effective. But, yeah, this unfortunately ends here, so... Whenever I finish doing a cave like this, I like to dull it down to like an off-white. That's just my preference. I mean, you can do it however you want, but that's what I do. Alright, so let's get out of here. There's nothing in this cave per se. I'm just as well digging a giant hole. And we have 10 minutes until the server restart, which is probably where I will end the stream today. But I'm going to have to try taking a sample here. Very narrow margins to work with here, but let's just start it here. Take this one. The next one's going to be water. 1, 2, 3, and this one is the winner chicken dinner, but fortunately it does turn to rock right away, so. And we've got 3.1. So we now have a very, this game. I don't understand some of the movement in this game. Like, I appear to be stuck in this hole. Okay, now I'm not, so there we go. Okay. So, we now have a really good idea that this is actually the best chunk for iron. The only one that you could make an argument is if it happens to be like this weird diagonal thing. So let's just double check that, roll that out. We'll do this. And then we'll have a really good idea of what chunk we're going to dig in. And I'll do the digging off camera, that's what I'll do. As the server gets ready to restart. 1, 2, 3, sorry. 1, 2, 3. And here. One, 2, 3, and go one more just to get on the safe side. Okay. Okay, and now and so this confirms it. This is 3. So now we can easily say 3.2, 3.1, 3.1, 3, 3, 2.8, 3.1, 3.1. I guess this one we could do. Alright, this is just to be absolutely super duper specific. One, 2, 3, and here. Okay, and yeah, we're way down, so it's 2.5. So we now know for an absolute certainty, without any possibility of doubt, that the best chunk to dig our mine in is right here. So I'm going to make a mine exactly right here. So the process for doing this is always fun. Basically, you're just going to be doing this the whole time until you get down sufficiently far. Now, again, we know hematite from last time spawns in, we know it spawns in granite and peridotite. So we're not even going to bother with the claystone. And I'm pretty tempted not to bother with this top level granite, but I guess it couldn't hurt to take the occasional node search, maybe every 10 or so. Just see if we get lucky. We do have sphalerite coming through here, which is zinc, used in brass. And keeping an eye on our wheel, our temporal stability wheel. Let me just pop one off to the side here. And no node there. Good. And if you put the ladders down as you go, you do have this safety net, so if there's like a cavern that opens, you can just hang on to the ladder. So I think every 4 or so ladders, I'm going to go ahead and do a node search. But the ideal situation would be if the cavern opened up into like a cave, and if this mine shaft opens up into a cave. Or a node nearby there. We are very close to the server restarting. When that happens, we're going to end the stream. And sometimes I do fall. It's not a huge deal. Unless that's the one time that it would actually matter. We are running low on ladders. But remember, you got 126 blocks to go, and the chance of it not opening up into a cavern is, somewhat low, but it could happen. Let's see. There's only 2 more. I think I've messed up my... Okay, so it was here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 would be here. I think I just did an extra one. Okay. 1. So I'll just do 3. And there goes the pickaxe. And we got to do one more. We'll use up the last of our sticks there. So I've got 6 more ladders on this attempt, and this is perfect because this is exactly where server restart's going to happen, so I don't even have time to go up and get more sticks, blah blah blah. But this is the process that I'm using to do a vertical mine right in the middle of the most hematite heavy favorable spot that I was able to survey, and so I feel very good about this process. I don't even know where my last hole was, but it's fine because I'm about to restart. And so, obviously nothing exciting happening on this particular dig, but, once you do run out of ladders, you do have the option, of course, of digging down just a hair more. And you can do, like, a lateral downward, if you want, like so, do a staircase. Our wheel is starting to tick a little bit. And you're definitely listening for drifters. That's the other big signifier of a cavern. Anyway, server's about to restart. I'm going to keep digging around, probably go get some more ladders and dig down some more. But if you've been watching, thank you so much, and we will see you next time on the Rogue multiplayer server for Vintage Story.